Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Furniture Treasure Hunting with Sponge. I'm Sponge. Today we are in Smoky Point, Washington. So this is actually Marysville, Washington, but it's North Marysville, just on the border of Arlington, quite a ways up north, about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 15 away from the Canadian border. And we are going to go check out the Habitat for Humanity store. This is a smaller one. They get quite a bit of furniture here. Sometimes they have a lot, sometimes they don't have a lot. Again, the Habitat for Humanities also do construction materials and whatnot. And so you never know quite how much furniture they're going to have. But let's go take a look. Right from the start, they've got some furniture out front here. Let's go take a look at this. Oh, well, that's kind of neat. It says it's a community bench provided for Habitat for Humanity. Let's back up. What a neat little bench, though. Wow. This is a neat piece. Now, it looks like maybe somebody shabby chic'd it. I'm assuming it's not for sale, but what a beautiful little two-seat bench. Wood. It's got some damage here to the front, but I guess for people to sit on, and that's a great idea. I probably should have mentioned it is hot up here. It's we're in the 90s up here today, which is somewhat unheard of. But a neat place for people to sit down in the shade and give them a place to sit and relax. Well, let's go on inside and take a look around. So like usual, we're going to keep the camera low, try to respect some people's privacy. And I'll give you an overview to start off with. This is a fairly large store. All the furniture is up front here. Like I said, you never know truly what you're going to find, but let's take a look around and see what we see. We'll go over some of the prices too. This one is... So if you watch some of my other videos, you may have seen we visited the Habitat for Humanity in Bellevue, Washington. And just to give you an idea, this is like a recliner, $45. So much more affordable here as you get north away from Microsoft and whatnot. A neat little skirted chair. $55 for that. The brand is Woodmark. Ironically, this is in excellent condition. Not my favorite style of a chair, but definitely vintage. They do have some newer stuff, and I'll just show you that just out of curiosity. So this is Lazy Boy brand. I can see that already on the handle. 3-cushion couch, dual reclining, both sides. And I don't know if we can get over here. $95. Just a bargain for leather couch. $125, if you can see that. There it is. Brown leather couch. Now they go on the color. So pink is 75% off, blue is 50%, orange is 25% off this week. Let's glance through some of these chairs real quick. These are newer solid wood. These are some cheaper. But here's an antique chair. And there's actually a vintage, there's one behind it here too. This thing, boy, I bet you this thing's seen some years. Kind of hard to get it into one picture, but... And then we get this beautiful rocker. It's got some damage in there, but green tag. $45. I always appreciate how much effort at some point people put into producing these chairs, and it's always cool to see them decades later, sometimes a century later, and they're sitting in a used furniture store. This one's beautiful. This one's $35, orange tag, so 25% off of that. It's a little hard to see with all the other chairs around it, but so imagine that's Gosh, only about $26, $27 after the discount. Lots of mirrors to choose from. Probably went to dressers that people change their style and don't want the mirror anymore. Got these two beautiful chairs. It's interesting. They're the same chair, but somebody reupholstered one or both. I would imagine that maybe it used to be the flowers, and they upgraded this one because this looks new. There's no markings on it anymore. They may have lost that. Let's try the other one. No markings, but interesting. Maybe they got halfway through their reupholstery and decided that they just wanted to change the style completely. Some newer made in China stuff, and then it's like an end table that somebody turned into. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's a lane, kind of a heavy carving in the front end table. And I don't believe that that's original, but somebody added a cushion to the top. It's actually a sombrella. I can tell by touching it. That's an outdoor fabric. It's got a big stain here, but $40. Interesting though, definitely interesting. Maybe it was an end table that got damaged and they repurposed it as a ottoman. Maybe in a sunroom or something that was going to have a little bit more moisture, or just maybe that's the fabric that they fell in love with and wanted to use. So these are wild. I can't tell right off the top of my head if... I almost think that this is something somebody made. Let's open up a drawer and see. Oh yeah. So these have been modified. Definitely creative. I don't see any maker's marks on them. But they were nightstands or end tables maybe in a living room. And then they did this kind of weird paper mache and flower insert under the glass. I'll be honest, I think whoever did it did a nice job. Even the handles are kind of cool. Reminds me of something that would have been in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for some reason. It has a very toy or candy-ish look to it. Well, let's keep looking. Got some corner tables. These are hard to move these days. I had a few of them before I closed my store down and almost couldn't give them away. It looks like they're having the same problem here. $5. Good pieces of furniture. Just nobody's really figured out what to do with them yet to reuse them in today's decorating. Got your honey rounded oak wall unit, your TV stand. You also have your honey rounded oak bedroom set. Huge. Another one I'd probably call a boat anchor, but look at it, it's only $15 and they got it sold. So I got to give them credit for that. They kept it out of the landfill, and I can appreciate that, that's for sure. So got some floral upholstered stuff, late 80s, early 90s. We got some cool chairs down here. Check these out. These are really awesome. Now they're not super old, I can tell. Or if they are super old, somebody has upgraded the wheels to them because they actually have plastic. Oh no, they're not plastic. They're like an acrylic wheel. So maybe these are older. And then they were reupholstered a very long time ago. Obviously time for new upholstery, but a second life on these chairs. Get those in the picture. And let's look at the price on these. These are $20 each. Really neat piece of history. Those look like something that would be sitting in a castle. They kind of have that look to them. All right, let's keep moving on. Got a set of matching wingback chairs. Don't see a brand name on these. Don't know if you can get past the floral upholstery on them, but look like they're pretty well made. This thing, oh my gosh. Well, it found a home though. Sold. Looks like it was about 35 bucks. A pretty little plaid love seat, skirted. This might be hide-a-bed. Let's see. Nope, not a hide-a-bed. I don't see a manufacturer. That's a nice little sofa though for a small room. $40. Green tag. The plaid doesn't bother me that much. I have a tough time getting past the floral. A neat couch. So this is definitely 70s. Very, very late mid-century modern couch. Kind of cool how they bring it back and give it a kind of a new look with some throw pillows. I don't know if this is the style or look that I'd go through, but the fabric on this is definitely on its last leg. You can see it's piled pretty good, but neat couch though. Let's keep looking here. Well, here's a neat chair. This is super cool. Recliner. Somebody already got this, so we'll be gentle on it. $55. I'm curious. It's a rocker. Let's see if we can find a manufacturer on this. So if we tip this up, no, it's not as old as I thought it was. It's actually a Best Chairs. Right there. I don't think we're going to see a date on this. But I've had quite a few Best Chairs in my day. Okay, here we go. Here's some dates. We'll get in here. 2006, so not old at all. That was surprising to me. Just by the looks of this. This is modeled after the older mid-century recliners, but Best Chairs has obviously built another one in that same style, or another line. That's a good looking chair. It's got a little dirt on the arms, but that would probably clean up pretty well and go nicely in a home that was decorated with a mid-century modern look to it. Lots of beds, headboards. This is kind of a neat, this yellow one. It's a twin. So what I like to do with these is I actually like to turn these into what I call bed benches, or many people call bed benches, and I agree with them. And what we do is you take the headboard and the footboard, and you cut the footboard in half, and then you affix the top here, which you would get cut right here in the middle, and then that actually mounts to the headboard here and gets turned. Then you put a board across the front, and then you can make a seat out of it, and it makes a neat little bench for an entry or something. I don't know if I'd go with yellow. I'd probably end up having to change the color of it, but all right, let's keep walking. We got the Ashley chair. I can tell that by that fabric. A lot of throw pillows came in that same pattern. Pretty accent chair. So we got a neat, again, this one's sold. We've got a neat wingback chair here. Let's see how much this was. 45 bucks. I love the woodworking on it. It's got the camel back on the top and the wood up. It's got quite a bit of wear on it, but if somebody wanted to spend the time, you could You could treat that, sand it, restain it. You'd have to just be careful not to damage the upholstery. The upholstery is in pretty good shape. It's a little sun faded on top of the arms, but livable. There's the back of it. All right, let's keep walking. Now we're going to get into more of the wood furniture. Some newer garbage stuff. Well, these are kind of neat. So these are, if I had to guess, these are 80s. They have a throwback to the mid-century look, but a combination with the rounded oak. So obviously oak. You've got the tinted glass. $35 for the end table, $55 for the coffee table. But those are actually a neat style that even though it's in the 80s, you could probably set that up in a 50s, 60s home and kind of tie it in and make it work. I'll keep walking here. Got a nice pair of end tables here. Now, I'm not close enough yet to tell what we're looking at, but I can tell you one was by the window and got sun faded, and the other one is still pretty dark. These are $30 each. I don't know if the camera is focusing on that. Let's see if there's any manufacturers. Oh my gosh, wow, look at this. Look at the size of this wood that this drawer is made out of. That is solid wood, dovetailed construction, finished. So that's been completely smoothed and sanded. Does the other one have? I don't see a maker's mark on it, but what a very impressive construction. I mean, it's honestly overkill for such a small drawer. Those are really impressively made. That would be a great, they're, you know, $30 a piece. It seems a little pricey compared to the upholstered stuff, but that would be a great starting point if somebody was going to do, you know, a restoration or any sort of a shabby chic project. We got a neat table next to it here that I was kind of eyeing. $35. Has a little damage on the top. Let me throw my glasses on and we'll kind of look at this. So can't tell if that's a veneer. Oh, what the? Wow, what is going on here? It rotates. What the hell? What a wild piece of furniture. It really has a mid-century modern style to it. It's got some scratches on it, but now this bottom shelf is plywood. You can see the construction here. The top, no, the top is plywood too. Now I can see it. You can see it. They laid on the color pretty thick, but once you start getting the angles, you can see the plywood. So if you were going to refinish this, you'd have to be real cautious not to get through that top layer. But what a neat piece of furniture. I don't really know why that would turn. Maybe a TV stand, kind of an older TV stand, so you throw your black and white TV on that and spin it around so you can look at it from different areas of the room. So this one's $35, green tag. I actually really like that a lot. I'm gonna tip it really gently. Let's see if we can see any sort of manufacturer mark on it. Nothing. Oh, here we do. I do see something. What do we got here? Universal Woodcraft. LaPorte, Indiana, or something like that. So it has a sticker there. I'm having trouble making it out because that might be the state that it was made in, but it's kind of rubbed off in a few areas. So if you know anything about this piece of furniture, jump in the comments and let me know. I'd be curious to to hear some insight on this one. I can tell you I've never had anything like this come across my way, but that is a neat looking piece of furniture that definitely has the mid-century modern look that everybody aspires for. So let's keep walking. So far we've got some good stuff here. I'm really impressed. Nothing super old, but really good quality stuff. So you've got a drop side table. I don't see any leaves around it. Let's keep walking here. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. I keep getting distracted a bit. Here's a beautiful tall boy. Orange tag, so $95, and then that would be 25% off that, so it's about $73. Let's see if we... Okay, here's your manufacturer mark. Sumter Cabinet Company. Sumter, South Carolina. Beautiful piece. Got a little bit of damage. I'm guessing that's solid maple. It looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drawers. Good construction. So solid wood on the drawers, dovetailed. They've got this old folded up liners in here, but all the handles are there. That's a great piece. That's a beautiful piece. So interesting. This is a mid-century inspired cabinet, but this looks like this was homemade. A sideboard. They had the right idea. Pink tag, $55. The right idea, just not executed well. I don't know if I could get past the pegboard in the front. All right, let's keep looking, see what else we can find. So we walk around the corner here. I found another tall boy. Now this isn't super old. This is newer, I can tell. It's a knotty pine, lighter wood. The drawers don't open too terribly well. So, not bad. It's a fast-growing pine. It does have solid wood drawers, not dovetailed. Not in the front, at least. They probably are in the back. It almost has a wormwood effect, but most likely that is added. All the handles are there. What's the price on this one? Yellow tag, $65. So that's actually a really nice piece of furniture for the price. This is great too. Let's look at this. Look at this mirror. Now this might be a wall hanger, or it could have been on top. Ah, man. Guess what? Surprise, surprise. It's actually fake. This is plastic. How amazing is this? So it's probably 70s, 80s. I guess it could be earlier than that because they did kind of work with plastics then, but that keeps them light. It's probably hard to tell through the camera and watching it on your TV or on whatever medium you're watching it on, but the mirror is actually really nice on that. There's not a lot of waves in it, but they've got this priced up though, $125, pink tag. It's been here a while though. All right, let's keep looking. Kind of a neat cabinet here. See if it's a TV. It is. It's a TV. Again, not the most desirable piece of furniture anymore, but it will have its day again. $75, orange tag on that one. So that's going to be about $55-$60 for that one. Keep looking here. So here's an old radio cabinet, I am going to imagine. Yep. You can see it's been hollowed out of whatever was in there. Maybe it was a TV. Maybe it was a radio. But still a very nice piece of furniture. It's had a rough life, but hopefully somebody will come in and give this old girl a chance. This brings back some memories right here. If you guys, maybe for the older viewers, my age, I'm almost 50, so my age and older, this reminds me of the Brady Bunch. They had all their furniture painted blue, and I remember back in the 70s, 80s, this would be something creative my dad would have done to make our bedrooms more fun. But it's a neat little old desk, and it even has the pencil holder. But that was a bedroom piece, that wasn't a school piece, so. All right, let's keep looking. This is probably a buffet or maybe a sewing machine. Let's take a look. Hopefully not break anything while we're doing it. Okay, so it's a sewing machine. Missing its sewing machine. And I'm going to imagine that this probably opens up and there's probably room for a chair to go underneath. Yep, there you go. So that little groove at the bottom is where you slide your chair in so you can get close to the sewing machine. It's got a plastic drawer. Places for all your thread. So they took the sewing machine, but they left almost everything else. So this has some finish issues. You can see in the top a little bit of delamination up there. But yeah, nice piece of furniture. You know, I love to see people take these and figure out something else that they can do with them to give them a new life. Got an old step table there, kind of a craftsman style. She's got some wood separating a bit, but $20 for that one with the turn legs. It's a neat piece. Let's back up. I didn't see this one when I passed by it. It was behind me. So this is an old closet, a wardrobe, if you will. It's got the original locking handle. Looks like it's a little broken there. Wow. Got the hanger in there. This is an old piece. This is so old, the mirror. Sorry to get myself in there. Let's see if we can. The mirror is actually starting to delam in some areas, but I actually think it matches the finish that somebody did on the outside with this black, and then they kind of rubbed it out, got rid of it. What was the price on that? Green tag, $95. That's a pretty piece. And the mirror's not so bad that you couldn't still look at yourself in the mirror and enjoy what you're looking at. All right, we got just some normal dressers. Lots of good wood stuff. This is a little bit newer. A nice oak piece. This is 80s, 90s. It's on European style glides on the side, but more commercial style. A lot of oak right there. That's actually a really great piece of furniture. If you had a cabin or something, I can just see that against the wood floors would look beautiful. Well, let's just take a walk towards the back. Sometimes they have some other neat pieces back here that people have turned into sinks and stuff. So far, I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me. But you never know. You could come around a corner and see something that somebody repurposed for something else. I've even seen guys take some old furniture and turn them into cabinets to be used in their garage as like saw tables. So you never truly know what you're going to find. Unfortunately today it looks like we're not going to find any treasures in the back here. But that's okay. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on this one. Subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave comments. I love reading comments when they come in. We did find a few treasures in here. I think my favorite, to be honest with you, might be this mid-century modern swivel thing. What a fun piece, and I can think of a lot of things that would be great for. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave comments, and I will see you on the next video. All right, guys, have a good one.